Alright, welcome to the Outtakes video, or part of the video at least, in which I go ahead and walk around to the locker room, to the downstairs stockroom, boiler room, and parking lot, rather. I can't speak. Yeah, I still can't speak, guys, sorry. And we try to see if we can find people to talk to. I don't know why I keep running around. However, if we don't find people to talk to, normally what we do is we go to the place in which magical things happen, at the stage on the other side of Times Square. Because I think that we're supposed to be in Manhattan. And I do some kind of really cool thing, like I read haikus one time, or I did the rap, which probably really sucked, because it had absolutely no flow, because there was no beat. I'm really bad at rapping, for number 2. Number 3, I'm a white kid, and most white kids can't rap, so that's just a whole bunch of things that are going up against me. And I guess number 4 would be the fact that, you know, I'm not the greatest at writing lyrics. But if you guys liked it, you know, maybe I'm just a complete imbecile. But yeah, we're going to walk around, and if we don't find anything, I actually have stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. And this might help some of you out in starting your own YouTube channels up and watching my videos, which are probably, you know, second rate. You know, it's like the B-movie in the movie genres. You know, you got something that's pretty funny sometimes, but most of the time it really sucks. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go to the the stage. And I'll give you guys an amazing speech about all the wonderful things that you can do as a YouTuber and all the things that you should and should not do, or I'll do something like that, to that effect. Instead of actually making a complete video about it, we'll just have it be an outtakes video of one of these videos. Because anybody that watches my outtakes videos will know that, you know, they can be sometimes funny and sometimes really good. And so they'll know that, you know, this outtakes video is not going to be any different, and they'll go and check it out, and they'll find out that this is actually very informative. While we're on the way there, I would like to mention a few points. The first point is, and I'm going to try and get a bit more calm for this than I normally am. You kind of want to just be yourself when you're doing YouTube, honestly. At the very moment of me uploading this, or recording this rather, I have 5 subscribers and like 180 some views. Maybe it said 190. I haven't checked in a little while. And that's not very good, but considering I only started about a couple months back, that's actually doing pretty decent. I haven't talked to nearly enough friends who would want to watch the videos, but the friends that I have talked to have watched the videos, and I think quite a few of them have actually stuck to it and continue to watch my videos. Thank you very much to those friends who have been watching, and honestly, that brings us to the next point, and, you know, just be really modest, alright? Don't be like, God, I'm not getting any viewers, I freaking suck. And I know that I kind of do that myself. But, you know, learn from my mistakes, and learn from other YouTubers' mistakes. Don't make getting views and getting the eventual money from those views rule your entire YouTube existence. Do it because you like it, not because you're going to get money out of it. I mean, honestly, I feel like I've started to do that a bit too much. And I need to just chill back, you know, sit back, relax, and do my YouTube videos the way I like to do them. And if people don't watch them, that's not, you know, their fault. It's not, you know, it might probably be my fault, but it's not my fault that they don't want to watch it. You know, that's just their tastes and stuff. I just need to work better to appeal to more people's tastes, I guess. I don't know. It probably is my fault, and I'm just trying to it. So here we go. Let me get on my soapbox, and I'll talk to these people here. Alright, so rule number 1, just be yourself. And I know that a lot of people say this, but honestly, it really works. When I watch people like Phantom Darkness 135, honestly, he's probably my favorite YouTuber out of all the YouTubers that I watch. However, I do not watch him all the time. And I know that sounds a little weird. However, I understand that he has a busy life, okay? Because he's told us in many of his videos, guys, I got stuff I gotta do. I'm sorry, but, you know, school comes before this because this is just a hobby. And I completely understand that, and honestly, I agree with that. You need to worry more about school, and he's actually going into the military. You need to worry more about the stuff that's super important to your life. And honestly, playing video games and talking to people of YouTube isn't the most important thing, especially when only like 3 people are actually paying attention. When you're, you know, growing up and all that, and you got school, you've got, you know, military, ROTC training camp, or whatever the hell else you can think of, probably work. you need to worry about that more than you do, you know, the fun little things like talking into a camera or into a mic and saying hi people of YouTube, you know. So just worry about your own stuff first. I know that YouTube's a wow. I know that YouTube is a cool and fun thing. That's what I was trying to say. However, you know, it can really take over your life, as it has mine, which is why I wanted to take a couple months break from it. Which is not just watching, it's not just recording YouTube videos, it's also watching YouTube videos. I kind of want to take a break from all the YouTube stuff, and I'll come back to it when I've actually finished doing the stuff that I need to do. So yeah, just worry about your personal life so that you don't, you know, screw that up before you worry about a YouTube channel. Because if you worry about the YouTube channel too much, and your grades start to drop, and the YouTube channel flops and you don't get any views ever and nobody really likes your channel, then that's going out the window, and so is your chance of getting a good education. So worry about the thing that's a sure thing, or the thing that's as close to a sure thing as you're going to get, instead of worrying about something that completely depends on other people, such as a YouTube channel or, you know, music. If you want to be a musician, that's all well and good, and you can practice your music and all that, but make sure that you don't do too much time into playing your instrument or doing your YouTube channel or what have you, because I'm sure there are a bunch of other things. I just can't think of anything at the moment. Worry about doing that stuff later, and worry about your homework or, you know, your actual work now. All right, you gotta worry about it now. You gotta worry about it now, guys. Now. All right. So, next part of this. When you're going to be doing YouTube, you try not to be always thinking of funny things to say. I kind of do that a lot myself, and that's why I said you guys gotta learn from my mistakes and from other YouTubers' mistakes and from your own mistakes. You know, you gotta learn basically from your mistakes and everybody else's mistakes. You know, learn from history, and that's why I enjoy history, because there's so much to learn from it. There's so many things that you can say, hey, that was really stupid, we shouldn't do that again, and then not do it again. That's the whole point of it too, not doing the stupid stuff over again. So instead of, you know, racking your brain every day and every night trying to think, you know, what would be a really funny thing to say in my YouTube videos, just go out there, be yourself again, and go back to step one. And you know, if people think it's funny, it'll be funny. If they don't think it's funny, no matter how hard you try to make something funny, it's not going to be funny. Now, okay, I do want to say that there are some exceptions to the rule where people have put the YouTube channel above their personal lives and it's worked out for them, and there are people who can try and be funny and actually are funny instead of when they're actually, you know, being themselves and they're not as funny. I will admit that there are people like that. However, more than likely you're not going to be that person. You know, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, and I hate to, you know, crush your dreams and hopes and all that cool stuff that you have and hold dear to you, but it's true. You're not going to be the next PewDiePie overnight, and you're probably not going to be the next PewDiePie ever, because I don't think there's ever going to be anybody like PewDiePie. That's a completely crazy story. I don't watch him personally myself because I don't like his style of videos. He has, you know, cuts from different things to different things, you know, and though that's pretty awesome and I wish I could do that, I prefer to just let everything flow and, you know, basically be on the spot instead of, or not on the spot, I guess. I don't like cutting. Okay, I guess that's the best way of saying it. I don't like to cut from one section of the video to the next. Unless, of course, it's something like this, in which I'm taking an outtakes and it's going to become its own video, then I'll be like, yeah, of course. Or if I say something really stupid and I'm like, you know, get that out of here, then yeah, of course. If I have sections of silence, and you guys know this if you've watched my other videos, but if you haven't, you know, that's cool too. But I generally leave in all the stuff that I do. That's just my style. So step number 3, find your own style. And I highly suggest you guys do this too, on your own time. Before you start making YouTube videos and start uploading the videos to YouTube, you should screw around with your recording system, screw around with your mic, you know, make sure that you know what everything does, and also make sure that you know what you can do and what works for you. If you like to make videos that completely just stretch on for a long periods of time, you make videos that stretch on for long periods of time and don't cut them out. If you'd rather do an awesome recording session of like 2 hours and cut that into particular videos, that's great. That's what you want to do. Me, I do my videos one at a time. I'll do one video, say goodbye guys, and then I'll end it. And then I'll watch it over again, and then I'll go to the next video. Yeah, you can try that method. Just find something that works for you. And again, I follow steps 1 and 2 before I start doing this, because you need to find who you actually are and be yourself first before you do anything like this. I honestly jumped into this not realizing how much time it's going to take and how much of it's really going to take out of me. But really, I mean, I've been doing this particular video for about 15 minutes now, probably a bit less than that because I had to, you know, go to the bathroom and take my bottle of water away, but that's beside the point. So you really need to understand how much this is going to take up. This is a time-consuming process. It's also a money-draining process. My Elgato cost me 150 bucks. All right, and I'm not going to say that I'm rich because I'm not. I'm not going to say that I have a shit ton of money because I don't. But I got that for Christmas, and it costs a lot of money. That's just one thing. This headset that I have here, it probably cost me like 75 bucks or something. It's actually, let me take it off real quick and check it out. This is a Plantronics gaming headset, and it costs like 75 bucks. I have a stand-up mic that I used for when I was recording with James. That was pretty bad, and that cost only 20 bucks. But if you want high-quality stuff, you're going to have to go even higher up on the mark. So, unless you have a bunch of games as well, you're also going to have to buy those. And those, nowadays, if you're getting a brand new one, 60 bucks a pop. If you're getting a pre-owned game of a new game, it's still probably going to cost you about 40 bucks a pop. That's a lot of money. And honestly, if you don't have the recording software, if you have like the Elgato, it comes with it. But you probably need to get your own recording software too, for like the computer, not just the capture card, but you need something for the computer so that it can do it on that. And some things aren't free. Sometimes you have to pay for the download as well as the game card, the capture card. So you gotta take that into effect. If you want to do editing and cool stuff like that, you have to, unless you want to torrent and do illegal stuff like that, you have to buy all of that. It's a really money-consuming process. And then by the time you actually get all the stuff that you need or want, you then have to have time to actually do the videos. It's currently like 4:30 right now, and I'm probably gonna get off pretty soon, from this game at least, and start doing other videos. And by the time I'm finished all that, it's gonna be like 7 o'clock, because I'm gonna watch the videos, I'm gonna record the videos, and it's a really laborious process when you think about it. So please take that into account. I don't want to deter anybody from not doing videos from this video, because honestly, it's a whole lot of fun too. And that's one of the pluses. It's a whole lot of fun. If you get into it and have your friends with you, you're gonna have some of the best times of your life. I know this for a fact because when I watch people like the Creatures, Shoutout, they're really freaking awesome people, and they have fun with their job. If you could ever get to that stature, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Them and Rooster Teeth and Yogscast and all the other big names that you can think of, Game Grumps. There's a bunch of people that play together with their friends and they have a great time. That's what basically draws people into this. It's a really fun time. You do cool stuff with your friends. It's awesome, and yeah, that's cool stuff. Another thing that you need to take into consideration, after you've gotten everything together and you know who you're going to be, probably, the best advice for that is don't change it midway through unless you change midway through. So if you start your channel off and you're like, hi guys, my name is Chaos Storm Darkness here, and I'm doing this awesome YouTube video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. That's pretty cool. But don't, like 5 videos later, you'd be like, hi guys, my name's Chaos Storm Darkness here, and I am a completely different person because I changed my voice and everything about me is different. Unless, of course, that's you, and you completely change. You go from being a really shy, reserved person to being somebody who's really outspoken. Also, try not to act. I do that occasionally myself, and that's because I think that I'm decent at it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty bad at it. But, I do it myself all the time, like I said, and I probably need to stop it. But don't act. be yourself. That goes back to stage 1. Everything's important. That is probably the most important thing you can take out of any video. And I'm not saying that it's not. Excuse me. I'm not saying that's just my video. That's every video that I've watched. I went and watched a guy named Drifter. Yeah, I went and watched, guys. Sorry. I watched this guy named Drifter, and he was basically saying the same thing. Be yourself. Try not to be influenced by others to do things that you don't feel comfortable with, and at best of all, have fun. And that's pretty much what everybody says. That's what he said. That's what Sly Fox Hound has said. I'm running blank on names because I don't know a whole lot of people that have said stuff like this that I've checked out that I can remember their names. Phantom Darkness 135, like I said earlier. But yeah, almost every big name YouTuber says just be yourself. And yeah, sure, it sounds kind of corny, and you might say to yourself, these guys aren't being themselves either. But in actuality, they probably are. And even if they aren't, being yourself couldn't hurt. So yeah. Also, to get into the more technical side of things, because that was pretty, general stuff. When you're recording YouTube videos, and I might have demonstrated it in this video, check your game audio levels and check your commentary audio levels. My commentary audio levels are pretty loud right now. They can get a bit louder, and a bit louder, and a bit louder, and it hurts your ears. It really does. Let me try and get it back to where it was. I think that's roughly where it was. Let me hear. There we go. Alright, so yeah. Your game audio levels can also go up. And they could be, what is this at? Negative 33. They can also be really loud. They can be really loud. You don't want this. You don't want your game audio levels to be this loud. You can't hear me whatsoever. So, yeah. And you can also have them way too low. I don't think you can even hear the game now at this point. Maybe you can. I don't know. But yeah. Crap, I can't get it back to where it was. There we go. Ah! See, and you can do this too. You could screw up every little thing in the middle of your video, and it would really frickin' suck for the audience. I don't know if you heard all that I said, but let me go back and reiterate, I guess. Live commentary can be way too loud. Game audio could be way too loud, and it just doesn't sound good. You probably understood now because I give you an example on the spot there. But yeah, you need to check that first. That's a big thing because I know there are lots of people, I've done it myself, in which they try to make a video and it sounds pretty good to them at first, but then they record, listen to it later on, and their voice is really garbled, or whatever the fuck the word is, and it doesn't sound good, or their audio levels are too high for the game and you can't hear a goddamn thing that they're saying. Or they don't have any game audio and they're just them talking, and that doesn't sound good all the time. For some people it works, most of the time it doesn't. So yeah, please just make sure that you check that. Yeah, also, I'm not sponsored by anybody, but if I was sponsored by anybody, I would want to be sponsored by somebody like Elgato Gaming capture device, because those guys are really good. I've had a few problems, but I think those are more user problems, in which I did something wrong and audio cut out. I think that's mostly my fault. So learn from your mistakes there too. I suggest before ever uploading anything to YouTube, recording a whole bunch on your own, checking out everything, making sure your audio levels are good where you want them, take notes, and make sure that you got everything right. This goes back to stage 2, however, because if you guys are following what I'm saying, cool. If not, sorry. But yeah, go back to stage 2 and say, alright, this is going to take a shit ton of time because I've got to record and I've got to write everything down. I don't have time right now. Should I wait till later? Of course, you always have later. Except, of course, when you're like on your deathbed, in which case I'm saying, this isn't the thing that you want to be doing. YouTube is a pretty cool thing, but it takes a lot of time. And if you're on your deathbed at the very moment and you want to become YouTube famous, I'm really sorry for you, but more than likely it's not going to happen. If you want to try, more power to you. But my voice, yeah, my commentating skills, like what I'm doing now, probably aren't going to get you there quick enough. I'd watch somebody like Drifter or Sly Fox Hound, because they know a bit more about this than I do. I'm just giving you the basic beginner tips from what I've learned so far. So yeah, be yourself. Make sure that you don't invest too much time into it, because honestly you need to worry about the more important stuff in life first. Be yourself. I already said that, my bad. I've probably said that multiple times in here. Yeah, watch your audio levels and have fun with it. I guess that's all that I can say. If anybody else has anything else that they can think of, please go ahead and do a video on your channel. Also, check out people like Drifter, Slyfox Hound. I might leave a link to them in the description, because they have awesome videos on how to start up your YouTube channel. If you have anybody else that you've seen that has done something, I suggest taking their advice before taking my advice. And if you're trying to take my advice, I suggest that you'd probably want to check somebody else's out first, because though this is basically the general stuff, they might give you better information because they're a bit more, I don't know, involved in the process than I am. I'm just an average dude. But if you want average dude stuff, you know, like I'm doing, just make sure that you have enough money to buy what you want to get. Work your ass off doing this, because I sure as hell don't do enough of that. And make sure that you have the time. I guess those are the main things for that. Thank you very much. That'll probably conclude. I can't say that word at all when I try to do these videos. I don't know why. Anyway, that'll conclude this section of the Outtakes video. If you guys like the longer Outtakes video in which I try to give information about cool stuff, I might keep it. If not, I'll go back to doing the wacky and zany stuff that I love to do, because it kind of reflects about my personality. Step 1. You guys enjoy your time. This is the Jackhammer13 signing out from the Outtakes. However, I'm probably going to be continuing on with the actual story and all that in real time. Thank you very much.